Out of curiosity, how do you now? You can share as much as you feel comfortable sharing about your sort of business, but how do you pick what you want to sell? I mean, how many dispensing lines are there, Ruth? Probably 50 at this point.
You
So
see,
many. So, yeah, I
see
know. I
that
love that you're sitting there.
behind me. That's why I kind of chose this spot.
Yeah.
And that's only part of it. We have a store on the other side. I always want to know what's new and what my patients are at least seeing there. I love
Hmm.
it when the members of my staff bring in the products. Like Goop is a perfect example. I hate to badmouth anything, but how many
Goop.
questions did I get about Goop? I mean, when I hear Ellen DeGeneres on on television, and I'm just, oh my God.
I just tell them it's Goop. The name is perfect. It couldn't
That's
have been named any better. It
that's
is
right.
Goop.
But it's also nice when you have drugstore brands that you really believe in. I love
Right.
CeraVe. I love things that Vichy. I love things that I can say to my patients, well, you can use C correcting complex by Revision, which I love because it's
Hmm.
lipid soluble vitamin C. And I know the articles say that L-ascorbic acid doesn't oxidize and it's not ruined, but my patients don't want it when it's brown and smelly. And so I say, well, you can use a $29 version of L-ascorbic acid by Vichy, and it's quite good and really just as good. Or we can talk about tetrahexadecyl ascorbate, which is the lipid soluble, and I give them information. The other factor, Patty, you know this as well as I, you have to get really good at when to introduce the scientific words, DNA repair. What are the science? Our patients want to hear those things.
Right.
They don't want to just hear you're going to glow more, you're going to be radiant.
Yeah.
That's what's out. That's what's at Saks Fifth Avenue. That's not what we should be doing. We should be talking about the fact that, there's an autosomal dominant inherited disorder that you've probably seen, the patients that can't go out at night. And this is how we really tested DNA repair. And
Hmm.
guess what? They had such a reduction in their precancerous lesions. But guess what else happens? When you're really reversing those dimers, those DNA dimers. Remember the do you remember the DNA double helix? And I always point my fingers like this and go back to it, the double helix from biology. Everybody remembers that. And when they mispaired, you formed a dimer. And then I go on. So it's really nice to introduce phrases and terms that separate you from the makeup counter.